Alrighty, sorry guys for the delay. Welcome again. This is Christina Chiu.
Hi, Jess.
Hi.
Everyone. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for joining us. Tonight we're actually going to be making a beautiful cake, aren't we?
Yeah.
What's it called, Christina?
So it was just a pandan chiffon cake. So it was just a pandan chiffon cake, and because I love cake and dessert, so I've actually changed it to a Biscoff with a Biscoff spray.
Yeah.
And change it into different version.
Awesome. A Biscoff sponge. So we're going to have a look at that. We're going to be using the TM7.
Correct.
Now, before we start, we'll introduce both of us properly. So my name's Jess Fabian. I am the branch manager here in SA. And Christina Chiu is one of our amazing team leaders. We have 20 teams here in SA. So we have about 350 consultants across all of South Australia that love sharing the Thermomix, and Christina is one of them, and many of you guys are Christina's friends, so thanks for coming on and seeing Christina's debut virtual class. So this is fantastic. And Christina, you've been around for many years with Thermomix, haven't you?
Yeah, so I started 9 years ago in April, 17th of April, 9 years ago in Melbourne. So, I came in one a Thermomix
a long time ago.
In the end, I just decided to continue because as a consultant, you keep learning. And the office in Glen Iris was just 10 minutes away. And I have my team leader, Amanda Cook. So it was just fun. Like, that's how we got through COVID. And then my husband decided to come to Adelaide. So here I am, it's 2 years now.
2 years already in Adelaide. Which is fantastic, which is why I'm working with you now. And
and I always feel very welcome. Thank you.
Oh, it's so good to have you.
Beautiful team now as well.
You're creating your own team. So if anyone on the call tonight wants to join a team and you live in Adelaide, Christina, girl, with most of you guys are Christina's customers and friends.
Yeah.
Without further ado, we'll get cooking, but I just wanted to give you guys, all of you that have registered for this session, we have a special offer for you guys, which I'll let you know right now. We would love to extend the invitation to you to host your own demo to show the wonders of the Thermomix to your friends and family. And because you've come to tonight's demonstration, you get $100 Mix Shop voucher just for hosting a qualified demo. And that means you've got two friends from different households that you're introducing the TM7 to. We'd love to give you a $100 Mix Shop voucher from our company. It's a special offer on right now with Thermomix until the 28th of June. If you'd like to host, your consultant will help you. And most likely your consultant is Christina, unless one of her teammates has invited you along or you've heard from somewhere else. You can host with your consultant and you will get that $100 Mix Shop voucher if you're registered to this session. If you're watching the recording on YouTube in the future, then that offer will likely lapse. It finishes on the 28th of June. And not only do you get the $100 voucher to use at the Mix Shop when you host a demo with your two qualifying guests, you can also access our host rewards. We'll talk more about that as we go. But for now, shall we start making this beautiful sponge cake?
We can. Yeah.
Okay. I'll get a close-up screenshot for you so everyone can see. Just one moment. So what recipe have you got?
So we've got this one. So if you go into pandan sponge cake, you will need to choose the Malaysian filter. You need to choose the Malaysian filter. So it's called pandan sponge cake. So it's a no egg separation. So you definitely will be able to kind of like have more success than the one that with the egg white separation and egg yolk separation, which we normally use it as a normal sponge cake. So this is really easy. It takes about like 15 minutes, and you just put it in the oven. Thermomix does everything for you.
Great. It sounds easy. Sounds like my kind of cake because I don't want to be separating eggs.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's show us how it works.
So just the recipe is called pandan sponge cake. So we just open this. So we'll press start because the recipe is now in my cookie dough. So I'll press start. So this is the eggs that so insert butterfly whisk. So do we all know how to insert a butterfly whisk? So we go behind the blade, just like that.
Awesome.
And then my preference with the egg yolk size, I prefer like anything between 60 to 65 grams when I use a sponge cake. So I will weight them as well. So I always choose, if I get a tray of eggs, I usually get the bigger size of it, like anything 60 to 65. So this is my being separated. So
They've been opened but not separated.
Oh, no, not separated. Yeah.
Can we see with the little camera up here?
So
Yeah,
I just
so you
break them
excellent
in here,
alrighty.
like that. And it could be eggs straight from the fridge as well. So it doesn't matter whether it's room temperature or not, because we are going to use the warming system, the 45-degree in the TM7.
Yeah,
So
awesome. So it's great having that precision temperature for desserts, Christina.
it is, yeah.
You're a dessert queen, actually. I look forward to talking about.
So then we've done 5 eggs, we give it a tick, and then sugar. So we just sugar, put it all in.
Excellent.
And then we press next.
That's
as simple as it is. So now we got the 5 eggs, and then the sugar, 60 grams of sugars, and now we close it. So this is the part that it takes the longest.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just press play.
So Thermomix could see that the lid went on, it's locked it in automatically by the looks there. It's pretty clever.
Yeah. And then now you will preheat the oven, but generally I preheat the oven a little bit earlier, just because you need that the temperature to go up to 160 before you start. So always preheat your oven if you're making a sponge cake, because you don't want the cake to deflate if you leave the oven too long as well. And that makes a difference whether the cake is rising tall or rising short as well too.
Oh, good. Maybe that's where I've gone wrong all this time.
And yeah.
Okay, so you've got your oven, have it really nice and hot, preheated at 160.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm using a chiffon tin. It's a 16 centimeter. So the recipe asks for 16 centimeter chiffon tin. So this is the tint. We will put in the link in the link as well to share where you can get it. It's through Amazon that we can get it. It will have exactly the same measurement as well. And we don't bake it in a non-stick pan as well, because what chiffon cake does, when you see it, when it's finished beating, the reason we don't use a non-stick pan, because we kind of like want it to kind of like stick it to the tin. So we use aluminium, not a non-stick tin.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some sort of science behind it. So it's like a honeycomb. It needs to get stuck on the tin. So that's where it makes it really spongy, really airy. Yeah. So not a non-stick pan, not to line the baking tray as well too.
Okay, well that makes it even easier. So we don't have to line, we don't have to grease.
No grease, no lining.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we do have, we were talking about it before the class. I was saying, well, can they buy the tin from the mix shop?
Not this particular size. So the Thermomix has another recipe in the cookie dough. It's using the 28 centimeter in the mix shop. So it's a bigger cake.
Yeah.
So you can find the recipe in the cookie dough.
Would they increase this recipe, I wonder?
I will show you later. Probably not on that one, because you will see how full the volume of this one.
Yeah.
So we whip it. So you will see with the cookie dough, sometimes you can upsize your recipe or downsize your recipe. So this one, we're going to stick to what we have.
Stick to that one. Okay. Yeah. And right now, we can't hear anything. Like usually Zoom cuts the sound, but actually I can't hear anything. Are you sure it's going?
It is going. So we started with 10 minutes, 45 degrees speed to. So now we're down to 7 minutes and 12 seconds.
Amazing. I'm going to do the close-up of that one. So basically, what are we doing right now with the eggs and the sugar? We're heating it by the looks. Correct. With the 45 degrees. And we had that time on, like you said, the 10 minutes. It's counting down. And it's on speed 2. So it's whipping and warming that together. but I can't hear the motor,
You
Christina.
can't hear it. And did you know that there's a little line here on your TM7? So if you are preheating your oven, which you normally would for 15 minutes roughly. So we got the timer here, we got the scale, and we got the pre-cleaning. If you touch on that scale, we could actually set a timer, say like 15 minutes before we start as well too. Or, you know, once the cake is in, I'm going to set it for 45 minutes. Okay. So that's when I know when the cake is ready. So this has been updated last week. So now you got, you got the oven. So if you're setting with the oven, you got the oven picture. So if you're cooking something on the pan, you set it to the pan or the barbecue. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that this
yeah, it's got a picture. Yeah.
It's really helpful for all members of the family to make sure we get it right. So you can set multiple timers.
Yeah. Wow. You can also do it when you do the yogurt, isn't it? Like, I suppose you can as well. It rings the bell. It rings the bell when we have that 8 hours fermentation overnight.
Fantastic. Yeah. So handy. So I'm still blown away though by the fact that we cannot hear it doing anything. So that's the silent synchronous motor, isn't it? So
it is.
I found it's really handy. I don't know, pop in the chat, guys, which Thermomix you have, or maybe you don't have a Thermomix yet. Pop it in the chat because I know that our other models, you and I have both had so many models. I've just changed.
I started with TM5. You probably started a lot longer.
Yeah, I started with TM31, and I'm sure I'd love to hear in the chat, pop in what model you've had. Maybe you had the TM31. Yeah. Maybe you had the TM5 like Christina.
I started 2017. Wasn't really, didn't really know about Thermomix, but when I got into it since 2015, 17, 9 years on, and I'm still loving it like every day. There's a whole bucket list of things that I want to do with it.
There's still things you on your list because you love cooking. That's amazing. And that's the thing with you guys. If you haven't seen the TM7 in action, I would highly recommend it because just that sound, the non-sound of the TM7, you know, making your dinners, you know, having the churning sound of when you're doing your soups and bolognese and risotto. But also the locking arms. It's silent. So we'll show you in a bit what happens. We can take that off because we're at speed 2 or below. You can actually just take it off, can't you? And add things in or try your food and it will just keep going when you put the lid back on. Yeah. But I love that the locking arms aren't there, so less to clean. And also quieter because when I've used my TM6 recently, the arms were quite noisy.
That's right. And we have a couple of other additions added to the TM7 as well, which is the brownie mode, which I love about the shallots oil that I do. And I also love the open cooking because that means that I can throw a really, really quick one pot meal like soup that we love. So I'll just throw everything in, take my dog for a walk, and my dinner is done in an hour.
So I'd like to see that dish. If you would like to see Christina's one pot meal next week, pop it in the chat and we might do some more live cooking. So you're using the browning function. I
use a lot of browning function. That's my favorite. And the open cooking.
Open
cooking because this means that open cooking, the blade doesn't move on the bottom. So I can increase if I'm doing a braised meat. So in an older recipe in TM6 or TM5, it might say 600 grams. And with the open cooking, I could actually do like double the size because the blade is not moving. So that means that everything that's been pushed on the bottom is not shredded on the bottom.
So the blades have stopped in open cooking. So what type of food do you put in when you are doing
put a whole chicken? You can put a whole chicken. So you sit the chicken on the blade, and I did that the other day with a salted chicken or you know, soy sauce chicken. Soup as well, that we like soup. Like if you put peanuts in the soup, corn, tomato, anything that inside, it doesn't which is.
And are you putting, I know it's open lid cooking, but are you putting the lid on?
I'm closing the lid. I'm closing the lid. And then you can get connected from your phone. So when things are done, it tells me when it's done.
That's good. Does everyone know that? So you might be outside, or you said you're walking the dog. And your phone tells you that Fermy's finished cooking dinner.
That's right.
Handy. That is so funny.
You can close the lid. I mean, it's a safe open cooking. When you close the lid, it just means that the heat are retained inside.
Yes.
So it's cooked a bit faster. And it also does steamboats as well too.
Steamboat.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
So steamboat, because we're here, we don't have a lot of things that we move from Melbourne.
Yes.
So now this is my steamboat. Like I put this in the middle of the table. So having the soup boil, I can actually just do my steamboat in here and having the lid open and it will still boil.
It sounds interesting. Who wants to see a steamboat in the middle of the table next week?
Like the middle of the winter, right?
Yeah, it sounds like a good option.
Yeah.
So is this something that people would typically have at
Yeah,
restaurant, at Chinese restaurant?
That's right.
Yeah. Steamboat.
Steamboat.
So you've got the water bubbling. Japan. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're telling me you can cook different things like thin meats and things.
Yes,
when
okay.
it's sort of bubbling.
Correct. The open cooking does that.
Open
Openly cooking does that. Yeah.
I think we need a class on that next.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So
Interesting. And we do have a steamer. So you don't use a steamer for your steamboat?
No, you just open the lid.
Yeah.
It will
Cool.
start boiling.
Who's had steam? Who knows about this cuisine? I come from the country and I don't go to restaurants that often, so maybe everyone knows about it, or maybe it is the Chinese.
We used to cook on an additional convention oven, convention stove, and then you got to buy the top, another top. But because now we don't trying to leave less items in the kitchen because the Thermomix pretty much replace all the items.
Actually, we could we'll talk about that. Thermomix does replace lots of items, and guys, if you are curious about a TM7, we do have a trade-up offer at the moment where you can trade in other items, or if you wanted to part with your beloved Thermomix, you can part with that. We'll talk about that in a minute. First, we need to see this.
This one, so it's not doing anything at the moment. I'm just going to
it's heated at
45 degrees.
Then kind of looking at a slow speed.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So now the next one, we press next. So now we're going to really whip it up for 5 minutes before.
Okay. Before.
So moving on to the next one. So now it actually asks you to do the next steps because it's so quick. You want to get the next steps ready.
Let me just have a look. Spotlight. Yep. Just make sure everyone's on where it needs to be. Sorry.
So now on the recipe, it says mix 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. So I'm not doing a pandan chiffon today. So I'm just using corn oil, vegetable oil, rice wine oil, anything that doesn't have a lot of flavor inside. And then I mix it with 1.5 tablespoons of milk and 1 teaspoon of pandan paste. But I'm using just a vanilla essence on this one. So this is my mixture. So just oil and milk inside here. Inside.
Yep. So we won't be using the pandan paste?
Not today, because we're not making pandan.
We don't want pandan flavour.
Flexible, this recipe. It's like green. If you can do like a grey tea, matcha flavour as well. Yeah. So I'm usually quite generous with my
yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's very flexible, this recipe. Yeah, change the coffee flavour if you want to as well. Change this chocolate flavour. Just when you mix the cocoa powder, just mix it with the milk first because the oil and the milk is going to separate the...
So we can make it coffee flavour or you said chocolate flavour. And what did you say about the cocoa powder?
The cocoa powder. So just mix it with the milk first. So that you may need a little bit more milk because cocoa powder is a little bit more dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So
you've got your flavour in with oil.
Yeah.
Just change the view. Maybe. So if we've got our flavours, so you saw Christina squirt some vanilla in. She squirted it into, this is just oil.
Just oil and milk.
Oil and milk.
So 2 tablespoons. So it says 2 tablespoons as per the recipe.
Yep.
And then the milk.
So if we were going to do coffee, would we do you reckon we'll do an espresso shot?
We can do it. Yeah, we can actually. Yeah.
Or the pandan paste, or we can use vanilla.
Yeah.
Or you said maybe cocoa powder or
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Earl Grey tea.
Earl Grey tea.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So this one, it's a self-raising flour. So
Okay.
normally with normal cake, I don't sieve the flour, but with the pandan with any of the sponge cake, I do sieve it because then we don't want all the crumbs that we have in the mixture as well. Because we're just going to mix it for 5 seconds. It's very quick.
Okay, very quick. We don't want to over whip gluten, do we, when we're making a soft cake?
Yeah.
So 5 seconds. So you've decided that you will sift the flour just through one of those old sifters.
Yeah. But any other cake, we don't need to sift.
Yeah.
Thermomix is very powerful. It will blend everything together.
Yeah, just for this one.
Just for this one with the sister.
5 seconds is very. Yeah. So right now we were doing 5 minutes, and let's see what were we doing. We were doing 5 minutes before with no temperature.
No temperature. So now this is the whip. With the butterfly whisk, it actually helps you to whisk meringue or whip the cake up as well.
Yeah, okay. Fantastic. So it's pretty easy so far. All righty. Now, what I was talking about before, I should finish that sentence. Change the view just briefly. We've got another minute of whipping, and then our cake will be nearly coming together. But for anyone who, like I was saying, if you are curious about TM7, contact your consultant. If that's Christina, contact Christina. If it's somebody else, contact them, because we have incredible specials on at the moment. If you did want to trade up your existing model, you certainly can. We've got up to $750 trading, or credit towards the TM7, up to $750, depending on what model you've got. But we've heard a lot of people want to keep their beloved Thermomix, which is totally understandable. And what's been really popular has been trading in an appliance of any kind that the Thermomix can replace. It doesn't need to have a cord, and you'll get $150 credit off of your TM7 if that's of interest to you. It's on till the 28th. So people are trading in, some electric whisks or old kettle or an egg boiler, something the Thermomix can replace. Which is exciting. Let's have a look. That's looking pretty fluffy.
Yeah.
Well,
So no egg separation. So
I like that.
It's definitely, see how the temperature actually warms it up?
It's warmed it, yeah. Precision temperature with the Thermomix, as well as those 1 gram increments we saw.
And then we've got the plain flour. So when you put the flour inside, just go around the whisk.
Okay.
And don't just let it sit on top of it.
Yep.
So then we got
the flour.
Then we got the accents that we mixed.
Yes.
This is all.
The flavour. Fantastic.
So I forgot to mention that with the so that's what we have it. So when we make the pandan chiffon cake, don't walk away and come back half an hour later, because it's all going to get deflated. It's not going to work.
Do it all in one go.
5 seconds be through and we are done.
Ooh, this might be my new sponge cake, Christina. Who's made sponge cake before?
It's done.
5 seconds.
So look at that.
Incredible. And it has whipped it up really nicely.
So usually I will take the whisker and I'll just want to tap it on so that I get all the mixture that I need in my cake.
Yes. Fantastic.
And I'm going to put it here. Do you need to move the recipe says go in the same direction twice. So
okay. Mix it in the same direction twice.
And just
pouring it in. Excellent. Oh, looking a lovely colour as well.
Yeah. So if you're new to sponge cake, I definitely recommend it, this one.
Yep.
Because you get 99% you will get it successful. But just don't walk away and come back later.
Okay. So you've got to do it all in one go, so
So
you don't lose the air.
inside.
Yeah. Fantastic. All in one go. I reckon I can manage that. It was pretty easy. It was a 10-minute with the eggs and the sugar. Didn't have to separate the eggs.
So I'm going to give 2 taps and get the bubbles in. And that's it. Okay. That's it.
Easy. Who's going to give this sponge cake a go?
And do you know how expensive it is to buy cake outside? I was actually at one of the shop the other day. Like, you know, you could see that it's only 5 eggs. Like,
yes.
How much is it going to cost you? Less than $10. Oh, yeah. Like eggs.
Less than 10, I reckon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
5 eggs.
Yeah. 60 grams of cell raisin flour. Like, you know, people charge $12 just a simple cake like that. Yeah.
Probably for one slice.
Yes. If I retire one day, I might have to sell cake.
Yes. You make a lot of money and you can save a lot of money with your Thermomix. I love that. Actually, good point. And a nice little ad break for me to say, you know what, we do have interest free at the moment up to 40 months. So again, another reason why, if you are thinking about it, this is definitely the month for you in June before the 28th. We've got 40 months interest free with Hum, and we've got 36 months interest free with Zip Money. So talk to your consultant if you're wanting a TM7, because it's just so much more user friendly, quieter, and all those new modes, which we'll look at.
And Jess, you know what? Normally I will go out and wash the bowl.
Because
we got the second bowl this month. Who doesn't like the second bowl?
Who would like a second bowl?
Like a second bowl.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's really handy because you've just put your dirty bowl that is, you know, pretty easy to wash, especially with pre-clean mode, but even quicker to just get the clean one out. So how do people get a second bowl this month?
Do you want to talk about it?
I can talk about it. And we'll get the timer set up while I'm doing that. So you can get one if you wanted a TM7, you can buy one for an extra $149 bundle. You might choose to bundle that in with some extra warranty. So we have extended warranty. So for $200, you can get a second bowl and 3 years extra warranty if you wish. If you don't want the extra warranty, you just want the extra bowl to speed up your life and cook some more, it's $149, and they're usually $429, which is incredible. A big saving. I think it was $280 saving. I'll have to get my calculator out. But yeah, you can get one by buying Thermomix or by hosting. And remember, we're inviting you guys to have a $100 Mix Shop voucher to host your own demo virtually or in person, and introduce 2 people to the TM7 from different households. And you can get yourself a second bowl for $199 by hosting. So you can get a second bowl for $199 and save a bunch of money. And then you can use your $100 on something else from the mix shop.
And then the 5 years warranty, like this is fantastic. And
that warranty, if you do get that extended warranty, it extends it to 5 years, and you get a free pair of blades as well. So awesome. Let's make. What are you gonna make?
I'm gonna make a buttercream, and also with the basket that comes, the second bowl that comes with it. It also includes a butterfly whisk and a basket, which we didn't have it before. So all that adds it up to it as well. So which is an excellent value, because you know you need 2 baskets sometimes, and you need 2 butterfly whisk in case you whisk it up.
That sounds great. And you can whip up different things without washing in between. So it speeds things up, and you're going to use buttercream icing, and then we're going to see how to make Biscoff filling and spread too.
So I've got a little bit of icing. So I'm not going to do a full size of the buttercream. So I'm just doing half the size.
Okay.
We can, our own icing sugar.
We can.
So this is just normal custard sugar, because it's sugar.
Awesome.
And I'll just
save money again.
Save money.
This Biscoff cake was so good. I ate it last week, and that's why I said, Christina, this is incredible. People pay a lot of money for that. That's a photo that you guys might have seen on the invite. Christina made that. Incredible.
So I'm just going to go to manual mode on this one first. Go to 10 seconds, speed 10.
Okay, so you're using manual
I'm
mode.
just using raw sugar as well.
We've popped raw sugar in. We've brought up the manual mode and you're just whizzing up.
I'm just whizzing up. So when you use the store-bought icing sugar, there is the reason for that icing sugar as well. If you are doing a cake as well, if you want that a little bit more firm, you will use icing sugar because the icing sugar does have the preservative, like flowers that will actually helps it to preserve. But if you're dusting your sugar on top of the cake or just a buttercream with, just use a normal raw sugar as well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, some icing sugar dust. Oh, wow. You've made icing sugar.
Yeah.
I'm so handy not having to go to the shops every time you need something whizzed up, hey?
So now it just asks you to do the icing sugar, so which I just put 100 gram and then butter as well, just soft butter.
Let's see if we can see the auto ticking. Oh, we're going to halve it. So
I'm going to halve it. So
that's okay.
Whatever it is, I'm just going to halve it.
Yep.
And I put milk in and just a little bit of vanilla essence as well.
Nice. Vanilla accents, I thought you said. I was going to say you could have your own cooking show with all your demonstrations.
Yes. So this is my favorite vanilla accents from Biscoff.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm just going to whisk it up one.
So we've got a minute of mixing up. Okay. So you don't have a butterfly whisk in there?
No,
okay.
No, just so we actually wanted to soften it before we add the butterfly whisk in it because the butter could be straight from the fridge.
Yes.
I took this one out a little bit, so you could hear we may not even need the 1 minute. So
okay.
I can just stop that.
Yeah.
But for me, I never kind of like plan what to eat, so I'm kind of like what I have in my fridge.
Yeah.
When you get to this, you can see it's soft already.
Yes.
So you can put the butterfly whisk in.
Okay. Perfect. So we're not stuck to the recipe. We can change it as we need. Excellent. Who loves guided cooking? Or there might be a couple of you who've never seen guided cooking potentially.
Just add a little bit milk in because for this recipe, we wanted to be able to coat the Biscoff in it.
And you're going to use the buttercream to wipe around the whole cake?
Little bit, yeah. It's a cake, isn't it? Like we want that saltiness as well on the cake, and to be able to put that Biscoff on.
Biscoff's going to stick to it.
Yeah.
Excellent. It's very popular, the buttercream recipe. People use it on their cupcakes as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can see this is
you've halved it because you didn't need
all of it. So
and if people wanted to colour it, would they could put a few drops of colour in?
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Colours, yeah.
So you just want it soft because we are going to coat the cream. Yeah.
Yep.
And are we going to show them how to make Biscoff?
Yeah, I reckon who wants to learn how to make Biscoff from scratch? Who would have thought we can do that in our Thermomix and avoid additives potentially, and I would say save money as well.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Okay.
We've got a little bit.
You've got another spare bowl.
I do. Another spare bowl.
Just to clean it. This is handy. So how did you get all these bowls, Christina?
I've been a consultant for a long, long time. The company does actually rewards you when you work harder. Yeah.
Good.
So I've got my second Thermomix here as well.
Yes.
But every Thermomix comes with a bowl. So this one was like burning and this one as well. And
so you own all your Thermomix.
Yes.
Yeah. Incredible. I guess this is really easy for me to put in another little plug here. So, if anyone does like the idea of earning free things, whether it's the free cutter or free bowls or free Thermomix
Do you know what?
Consider joining the team.
Yeah. Do you know what? My first day after my fall sale, I actually stayed for a rose gold oven tray.
Oh, wait.
5 years ago.
So Christine joined to earn her TM5.
TM5.
And you earned it. And then they said, hey, do you want to earn a rose gold tray? And Christina said, okay. And she stayed. And that lucky because you're still here with us.
I'm still here after 9 years. It's a very generous company. So this one just whip up a little bit more.
Okay.
Just feel that it needs a little bit more whip up.
Nice. Nice.
So we can
buttercream's ready.
We can get that Biscoff. So we tried to make the Biscoff yesterday. Yes. So Jess told me, why don't you try the Biscoff recipe? So we did, and I made a mistake.
Got 4 stars. We'll talk about the mistake after.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a Biscoff recipe spread. And where is this one from, Jess?
It was from the UK. Cookie Dough. Yeah. So we'll have a look at Cookie Dough if we've got time later.
So we go next.
And it's got 4 stars. So that's good.
It's from UK. Yeah,
it was from Dips and Spreads. It was a really great collection.
Yeah, when I looked at inside, there's so many other one that is now adding onto my bucket list.
Does anyone else have that? You have to try list.
So we're just going to add the Biscoff in. So it's for 250 grams of Biscoff.
Okay. So we haven't made the Biscoff bickies from scratch. No. We'll do that next time. I'm sure that we can figure out a recipe for that.
And then just mix it. So imagine all this.
That's so cool.
Your hand. Look at that. You break it in half, but you know what? Let's have a look at how powerful this machine is. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's take a look. That was 5 seconds. Let's see how powerful this machine is in Christina's words. Oh my God.
Imagine you're going to want to use the bag or rolling things and it's going to fly everywhere.
That is incredible. And it smells amazing too.
And then we'll go.
Let's see if we can see the magic green tick. Yeah. So with our TM7, it's really handy and user-friendly and intuitive.
Turn it down to 0.
And we'll pop in
the water. Just in the tap water.
Yep. So it can be room temperature. We're going to try and do 150. Yep, you did it. You can see the green line going down. That means it ticks it off for us. It gives us a nice golden star and good feeling, and it gives us time to go get that golden syrup. And it's teared the scale back for us back to 0.
You have to tell me these, Jets.
Yeah, 30 grams. So Christina's working from behind like a true consultant, and you can't always see what you're doing when you're behind the Thermomix. I think that'll do, yeah.
I'll do.
Oh, yep, perfect. On the dot. So it's ticking off, which imagine you're, cooking dinner, and by the time you go get that next ingredient, it's ticked off and it's teared the scales if the scales need tearing. We need a quarter of a teaspoon.
So the teaspoon, but the smallest one usually is I've got cinnamon. Because I was thinking about making cinnamon scroll the other day, so I got this one.
Nice.
So cinnamon is okay.
Okay. Awesome. And cinnamon scrolls would be delicious too. The recipes are great in Cookie Dough for that as well.
And so now it's just going to cook for us. So it's all in. So it doesn't look very nice at the moment, but just wait and see.
Oh, it smells good though.
Yeah.
And we've got it preset. So I love that about guided cooking. And Christina, if we needed to change it, it's easy to change, isn't it?
It is, yeah. There's no more scrolling anymore. So
we could definitely change it as needed, or the preset numbers as well. So we can do the preset numbers, or over here on the temperature. So it's heating it to 100 degrees there. But if you wanted to change it, you certainly could just by tapping on it and adjusting. Perfect. And if you needed reverse, you can get in there as well with that little blade icon. So that is super handy. So it's guided cooking, but you're not stuck.
No.
You can change things. So Christina, what would happen if we needed to, go back to a previous step, or check on something else as we're going. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so you got little 3 dots here. You can tap on it because we are on a recipe at the moment. So it's not doing anything, but if you need an extra 5 minutes time, you just tap into it. It will have current recipe or cancel the recipe.
Yeah.
So you're no more scrolling left or right. So this is all touch screen.
Easily find
Easily find it.
And if you did want to look at something else, we can press the back button and look at other things. We can check the prep steps and ingredients, can't we, while we're going? Or we could even go back to the home and search for another recipe to start getting the ingredients ready for
the next recipe.
Yeah, that's handy. So handy with the large screen there as well. And
it's bilingual language as well too.
Is it? Oh, let's have a look at that.
So I speak a little bit of Mandarin as well as Cantonese. So I go bilingual. So remember the days that when we had TM5 and TM6, you got to have the cookie, or whether you have to have a machine that's as dual language. But now the TM7's got all multi-language as well too.
Yeah, that's handy. So you've got, for instance, that one is that Mandarin?
It's a Mandarin. Yeah, it's a Mandarin. Yeah,
excellent. I did study
Kanji
Chinese for 1 year, but Japanese for many years. So I can read that says 4 people's portions. I can't read the top bit. But that's interesting.
That's all in Chinese, So you don't have to swap a different language with the machine, and also all in one. You just have to go to filter and choose the Singapore and Malaysia is bilingual, so China and Taiwan is another one. So if you read all that Mandarin in different languages, there's about 110,000 recipes.
110,000 recipes.
Yeah.
Wow.
In cookie dough. Yeah. Wow. So that's a lot.
That's incredible. Very popular. Your bucket list is getting bigger and bigger. Fantastic. And you can skip steps by tapping on the paragraph.
Correct. And also if you say, you can actually go down to my notes as well. So something in here that your kids might not the saltiness, or you might not like the century eggs or whatever, you can actually put it down here and add that to your remarks, so that next time it becomes your creative recipe. Your own recipe.
It becomes a creative recipe. I haven't played around with the notes much, so that's good to know.
It's good to know. Yeah.
And then to find your own created recipes, they would be in your recipe book. To get out of that recipe, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
There we go. And create recipes. Excellent. So it's very user friendly in there. Okay, and your own recipe lists. Yeah. Awesome. So what are some of your favorite, because this is a cake making session, what are some of your other favorite cakes?
Too many.
Too many. Change the view. Are there too many? What's some of the others recently you've made?
I made this one the other day, and that's how we got into this.
Just want to show me any more cake. I'll be doing another cake next week.
So due to the time that we have, because the cake needs about 45 minutes baking.
Yes.
So when you take it up, I will show you, we will have enough time to take it up. Funny thing is, with this sponge cake, you got to tip it upside down.
Right.
So it kind of like had to
one we've prepared earlier.
Tip it upside down. So that's where it's have a little handle on the bottom here.
Yes.
And now I'm going to show you how to unmold it. This cake. So you have to let it cool down for an hour.
Okay.
And then you unmold that.
And can we have a close up just so they know what this is going to look like? That's what it's cooked like after 45 minutes, and it's rested.
Correct.
For an hour.
That's right.
Alrighty. All right. We'll keep making our Biscoff, and then we'll unbox our cake.
So now it says, so we got Biscoff.
Biscoff is Biscoff. It smells really good.
It says like 5 minutes. So let it rest for 5 minutes.
Imagine that, being able to make Biscoff spread whenever you wanted to. It could get dangerous.
Yes.
Let's see how we unmold the cake.
Yeah, no problem. So this is a sponge cake. So you press it down.
Ooh, okay.
So see how spongy it is? It kind of like bounces back
Oh,
again.
wow. So you're allowed to press it down
You're allowed
once it's
to
cooked.
press it one, yeah. And then in the middle, because it's got little chip as well. So you press it down. And then I will have a little, just a cake spatula like this as well.
Yes.
And then I'm just going to go gently all around it.
Okay.
So there is a little trick with this chiffon tin. It is hard to wash, so you got to soak it overnight just with the water, no detergent or anything like that, because we don't want to lose the coating of the mold.
So just soaking it up overnight.
Overnight,
okay.
Yeah.
No detergent.
No detergent, and just gently use a sponge to wash it off.
Okay. Just a sponge. Awesome.
So it's got like it's called
Tanya for putting the recipes in the chat box.
so this is called a loose peg because you will see that I'm just going to press this.
Sort of like our rose gold that has the spring form.
Correct.
Yeah, okay. Now for anyone, we did have this question earlier before the class. Can people use a different tin?
We can't, no, not a non-stick. It can't be non-stick tin that we get it from the normal shop. It has to be aluminium tin.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll cook. It'll just cook a lot differently.
It wouldn't, it will just be flat.
Okay.
It wouldn't, because of where, if you can see the tin itself, it's kind of like where we pour the batter in before, it sticks to the wall of it.
And holds it up.
It holds it up that way. So that's why it's a sponge.
So we use a
really
chiffon
you need a
cake.
chiffon cake, which you can get it from Amazon. And with this cake, you kind of like just wanted to press it in, because if we're just going to use a knife to do it, you kind of like lose all the crumbs outside.
Okay,
So just gently, you have to be really patient when you do this cake.
I always feel like I need to be very gentle with cakes, but you are being kind of rough.
It's so spongy.
It's so spongy, yeah.
Just press it in. You wanted to press it in. I did wash my hands, Jess.
No, I trust you.
So yeah, just press it in to get it loosened up. So just on this one, see how I just press it? It bounces back. So that's the
amazing.
That's
how
spongy it is. Yeah.
Like a trampoline.
And you could see like it's not hard. This cake is not hard. Where a lot of other the egg white and egg yolk separation, it depends on, you don't want to over whip the meringue as well, but then you got to be really quick. And
got it out. Okay.
So it's kind of like you have to be careful. I haven't been very careful about it.
It looks like it's pretty sturdy. You've done well. So we've got that one out.
Yeah,
and
see how I haven't been careful. So you lose that a little bit.
Right.
So you just kind of like brush it off.
Yep.
Brush it off.
Looks nice. And I can see our thermi saying to us, take the lid off. It must be ready for the next ingredient.
And we got.
And we're going to talk about this one. Let's see what it looks like first. So, it smells good. Yeah, it smells really good, as we saw that earlier. And it's asking, and it's a bit runny now.
It is a bit runny, yes.
So it is asking us for coconut oil next. And because we're always learning new things, we love learning new things as a consultant. We did learn something when we made the last Biscoff yesterday for the very first time.
Yeah.
And do you want me to continue going? Yeah. And what we learned was, if you get the good quality coconut oil, that Christina decided to get the best quality coconut oil, it's actually a liquid one. And in this particular recipe, it wanted to use the normal coconut oil that you get in a jar that's firm. It's going to be firm below 25 degrees, and it wanted it to be firm. It didn't want it to be liquid like this expensive one. It wanted it to be firm so it could firm up our Biscoff, and so it'll be a bit thicker. Okay, so get your normal coconut oil. For now, all we've got is our expensive liquid coconut oil, so we're going to roll with that, but just be aware, learn from our mistake. This will be a little bit runnier. So if you want it nice and firm, just use standard coconut oil.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. Just I'm learning as well too. I thought we go for more expensive one.
I know. Well, exactly.
Especially easier one because you just pour in. Because the other one is solid, isn't it? Like more of a solid.
That's right. So the other one you have to use a spoon and get it out. And it will melt nicely in the Thermomix. And then when it firms up in the fridge, it'll be nice and firm. But for now, this will be yummy to spread through what would you spread it through? A beautiful Biscoff. We'll spread it through cheesecakes, ice cream, maybe on yogurt, through whipped cream, through cheesecakes. I said that one. What else? Any cake or anything
on toast.
On toast.
And toast as well. Ice
cream, but just keep in mind that ours will be a little bit runnier, and you could use normal coconut oil for yours. It tastes good though.
Yeah. No,
so we're going to mix that one for 1 minute on speed 4, and again, even though it's speed 4, it doesn't make a lot of sound. We can just hear the liquid of the ingredients going on. We do have this insulated bowl that basically keeps it nice and full to the top, which makes it really safe for all the family members. It makes it look beautiful, which means you could put it onto the table and serve directly from it, like Christina mentioned with her hot pot steamboat. And also it insulates the sound a little as well. So it's a really great improvement there. What have we got going on over there?
I've started Biscoff because my Biscoff didn't work.
And you show us.
So I've got a jar of Biscoffs. Like this is actually $12.
$12.
720 grams.
700 grams of baby.
Yeah, that's a
$12 though. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And how much is it for those biscuits?
The biscuit itself, I think it's about $4.
Okay.
$5. And then we got coconut milk, and then we got the golden syrup.
A little tiny bit of
and just water.
And water. So it would be. I wonder how much you actually made. It would. Yeah, you'd definitely be saving money.
So we'll get that.
Yeah, that's looking good. And if it was the normal coconut oil, that would firm up in the fridge.
Yeah.
And it would be similar to what we're looking for.
Yeah. So this one,
you can do what you like, make your own or buy it. Yeah.
And this recipe actually is cooked overnight as well because the coconut needs to solidify as well.
Yeah. And then solidify in the fridge overnight. Yeah.
And then you take it up.
A bit dangerous though, eating it from the fridge.
And then you just use the chilled spread and 40 seconds split 7. So it should actually turn out like this.
It should turn out
like this. Yeah.
Beautiful. And you did make some. I'll need to try that.
Yeah. So now for the time being, we are going to use a pre-made. So I just couple of spoon, maybe can't use weight. Just
they're big spoons though.
They're big spoons.
That's a couple of spoons.
You know what? You might have to lick this off later. So because you can see the spread is quite hard, I wanted to pipe it. So I'm just going to put it in the microwave for 20 seconds.
Okay. And I guess make it, and you'll be able to play around with how firm it is, because we could heat it in the Thermomix a little, but that might come out a beautiful consistency when we make our own. The one that Christina made yesterday is in here. That's to prove she did make some of her own. But I'd love to hear from you. Would you want to have a go at making your own Biscoff? It's pretty simple. I'm going to try this one that Christina made.
So I take like
the soft,
this sort of consistency. So I did it for 15 seconds. So usually if I put something in the microwave, I will do it for 10 seconds and then maybe 5-second bursts instead of it, because you don't want it to all melt it together.
Okay.
There is still heat in here.
Yeah,
so you can see
stir around a bit
because I can feel it. There's a little bit of temperature on my on the bowl as well. So
and
that's not
about if they did have a bowl of this, it looks very similar quantity as well. So that might work out really well. And then you're going to pipe your Biscoff.
Yep. So what I do now, so I have break off some Biscoff before, just 5 seconds beat through. So just gently with it. So you want it a bit crummy, but you want it
5 seconds to speed through.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are going to do this cake.
So we've got the buttercream that we just made. Yep. Yeah.
So we want it to cream. You can actually just use the Biscoff to go around it instead of making buttercream as well. So I'm just going to buttercream it.
Do you think
It can be rough.
Yeah, okay.
It can be rough in this one. So I just wanted to cream it.
Yeah, and that'll stick the biscuit.
It will stick the Biscoff.
Oh, awesome. And Christina, this served a fair few people the other week when you brought it along and impressed us all at our Thermomix meeting last week. We had practical training where we were teaching new consultants how to do demos, traditional demos. And Christina rocked up with a box and looked all professional, and she didn't pay $60 from the shops. She made it herself. So let's see what she does.
We can just change it to this.
It served a fair few people. Like it served about 9 people.
Yeah.
With a very generous size. So
normally you will put a little bit of cream on the bottom so that the cake sticks on it. And because I've got a hole in the middle, normally I will put it in the middle here so that the cake will stick. So
okay.
So that's a cake on the side. Yep. So it doesn't have to be really nicely done because we are just going to kind of like put Biscoff all around it.
It's like glue.
It does, yeah. So this is different to how you will make normal cake that you actually want it that looks really smooth. This one can just be a very
like rustic. And that's all the fashion these last like several years, isn't it? The naked cake.
The naked cakes, yeah.
That suits me. It's easier to do. It doesn't have to be perfect, does it?
Should I get it?
Look how cute that is.
Yeah. And you just want it a little bit like that.
Yeah. Yum.
So we want it on the bottom as well so that it sticks to it.
Yeah, actually. Oh yeah, so the bottom's really holding it there. Nice. And there wasn't that much sugar in there really, was there? So it's mostly eggs and a little bit of sugar, vanilla.
Just wanted to.
Awesome. So is this your favourite sponge cake when you're making sponge now?
It is, yeah. Yeah, it's really quick, so that's why I use it. Instead of making more mess, I'm just going to have it here.
Yes.
The mixture. I think it's not
I'm glad you attempted to stay to earn your rose gold tray.
Yeah. So you want to crumb it all together.
Okay.
And that won't be wasted. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Is this what you did to the one that I ate last week?
Yeah.
Okay. Yum.
So that you can just pick this one up and use it all over again.
Yep. So that's catching all the bits that are falling down.
Yeah. Like the buttercream is the one that's holding it. You can see like the buttercream that holds it as well. But it's a rustic cake, so you don't really need all stuck on it. And I'll try to put it on as much as I can.
Looks good. And if people are going to do a different flavour, what ideas do you have that they could put on the edge instead?
The edge? You can just use the buttercream
just buttercream
to make it smooth. So if you do that, then you may want to make it really, really smooth.
Okay. What other things have you earned over the years? because this is interesting. You stayed for the rose gold tray.
For the rose.
What other things have you earned?
Lots of machines. So we have gone through TM6 limited edition.
Oh yes, the black shiny
one, the 140th anniversary. So
yes,
the consultant. I've never bought.
You haven't bought a Thermomix since? No. Oh, amazing. So this, today we're talking all about a trade up and everything, but naturally I'm just curious, about your journey, which has been incredible. So right now we are going to get the Biscoff into the
piping bag.
Okay. So you just use a jar.
I just use a tall jar for holding that. So we have a piping bag in the mix shop as well.
Yes. Yes. So we've got the disposable piping bags in the mix shop, and we've got the nice little green one.
Yeah, it's just easier so I can get into my hand.
Yep.
So that it's kind of like what we want.
Makes it easy. Okay.
We may not use all of it.
What would you recommend you do with the remainder?
I just had to melt it and eat it that way, or put it onto later on
some toast. Yeah.
Okay. I've got a little piping bag. I'm just going to cut a little bit off because we are just going to rustically.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that. I did the other day. I just kind of like go like that.
Okay.
We want it to
see. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter where. So if you want to.
Doesn't matter where it goes.
2 hands.
Yeah. So did you come up with this combination and this styling yourself?
Yeah, it's a lot of things that you can learn now, and there's especially so many pastry shop around it now, and you can't really go and taste every one of it. So I love Biscoff. I love Biscoff, and I was just thinking about whether to do the tiramisu one or whether to do the Biscoff.
Yep. Okay, I'm glad you did the Biscoff because I don't like coffee.
No. And I had just to test it the other day.
I tested it.
I love cake myself.
Yes.
But I feel like some days I just want a piece.
You don't want a whole cake.
I don't want a whole cake. And you kind of like need someone to share the weight as well.
We are very happy to share the weight when you bring them to our meetings. Thank you. Wow, this is looking pretty. Let's bring it a little closer. Make sure it actually might even lift it up. I don't want to drop it. But
so normally at home I might put a little bit more Biscoff around it just to look a bit tidier.
Yeah, I think last week it might have had a bit
more generous with my price.
But you're doing this live with the decorating, so that's pretty impressive. And then you just popped it in a little box.
Yeah.
Where do you get those boxes from?
I get it from the baking shops.
Yeah, okay.
From the baking shop. So this is a 16 centimeter. So it's about 6 inch. So
yes.
You can get a box that's about 8 inch.
Okay, 8-inch box.
Yeah.
And then you can turn up to your next party looking like a professional cake maker.
Yeah. So then you just box it. So I do all my kids' birthday cake. Even when I'm in Melbourne, I volunteer to do cakes because that's where you learn.
Yeah. So I asked before, like, what are some of your other favourite cakes? So you said there's too many.
Yeah, I do. On my mum's 80th birthday, I did the buttercream with cupcake machine. I did 60. Mum turned 80, so I had mum invited like quite a few people, like 60 people. So everyone got a bouquet.
Wow.
Of the cupcake.
I've seen you make cupcakes actually.
So it's my favorite recipe in here. It is vanilla cupcake.
Okay, vanilla cupcake.
Yeah. And I zest a little bit of lemon zest inside.
Yes.
Because I like that a little bit zesty than what my ingredient is. It depends, like the way I like it is because you can reduce the sugar if you know that you're group of people that doesn't like the sweet. So if you buy it from outside, you can't reduce it.
Yeah.
But if you make it your own, you can reduce it.
Fantastic. Another benefit of Thermomix. Now, I literally just looked at the time and noticed we've gone over the time. So we have basically we've made the cake.
Yeah.
We've done the Biscoff from scratch. We've done the buttercream.
Yeah.
Has anyone else got any further questions? Because that went super quick. That was your very first live class. Well done. Let's give it a round of applause. Let's come off mute if you like. We hope that you have been inspired to make Biscoff cake yourself, and or even just the Biscoff spread. But that smells absolutely delicious. Thank you for sharing your
when you do homemade, when you bake cake, is from your heart, so anything will be okay.
I love that, baking from the heart.
Baking from the heart.
And yeah, so we'll let everyone know when we do another class. But thank you and well done. And
this is done. Oh, it's done.
It's nearly done in the oven there. We were going to look at cookie dough and everything, but we've filled the time already.
It's got another 15 minutes. So it's the way to test the cake. You kind of like wanted to touch it when it's not.
Another 15 minutes.
It's another 15.
This is what it's looking like so far.
So you wanted to touch it so it's not wet. Okay. So once that cake is ready, you double tap it and you turn it upside down straight away.
Oh, straight away. So once it's finished,
you need to invert the cake. Yeah.
Invert it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's how we got the cake.
Oh, fantastic. Do we have any other questions from the crowd before we finish off? Otherwise, just one sec. Let's see if that's going to share okay. I was going to just give you a visual for those that are looking at potentially trading in or trading up. So you can trade in, as you can see on the screen, different appliances, whether it's a kettle, whether it's a I don't know, an electric whisk, anything that the rice cooker or something that might be broken, you don't want anymore, you'll get $150 off. And depending on which model Thermomix you've got, you could choose to trade those in if you wish, and maximum up to $750. And as you can see here, you can pop in another bowl for $149. You can choose, if you don't want a second bowl, you can have that extended warranty for $99. That includes free blades and 3 years extra warranty. Or you can choose both, the bowl and the warranty, for an extra $200, which would save you a lot of money. $700? $705? $708. Yeah. Yep, perfect. So lots of savings there, guys. And like I said, we've got the interest free. We've got interest free with Zip, and we've got the host rewards. So if you're not in the market for upgrading, you might wish to grab one of our popular host rewards, which we've got a big collection at the moment, including our popular second bowl and cutter. So we'd love to invite you to do that. And by coming to our live session tonight, you do get access to becoming a host. Talk to your consultant to find out more, and you do get access to that extra $100 voucher to use at the Mix shop, as well as a host reward. So that is all before the 28th of June. So talk to your consultant about that. We did talk a little bit about the benefits of being a consultant. And if you would like to join our team, we'd love to have you as well. So talk to your consultant how you could earn a Thermomix at a reduced price, or even discounted. So so that's all our updates there. I'll stop sharing. And thank you very much for your time, everybody, and especially to Christina for showing us how easy it is to make the best soft sponge cake.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you. Thanks for joining.
See everybody. Okay.